we've got a secret Avenger that is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. Now, this is obviously by Cosmic Wonder because he does all the news, does all the Marvel news for Doomsday, Secret Wars, Spider-Man, you name it. So let's check it out.
Avenger returning in Avengers Doomsday that Marvel really does not want to let out who it is, to the point that it's actually confusing some of the cast members. Also, at the same time, we have new reports that on the set of Avengers Doomsday, when some actors got some scripts, they actually had code names for other characters, not revealing the true characters who are in the scenes that they are with. And as we know, a lot of actors actually shot scenes by themselves, acting against props, really fighting props, not knowing who they are actually in the scene with. So Marvel is really trying to avoid big leaks getting out, to the point to where they're actually kind of confusing their actors.
Just released the trailer.
We recently found out that the script that they originally have got might not have been, one, the real script, but two, definitely the entire script. So lots to break down and talk about today. What is going on in Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel. Alan Cummings. We're going to start off with him. He says that Avengers Doomsday has an unannounced secret Avengers character. Now, I would argue that there's probably more than one. But in his specific case, it seems like he was in a scene and
I have a feeling
they didn't want to let this out, so
Doomsday,
they don't tell you who the character actually is.
We've
been hearing very recently,
ending credit, they might
that Marvel
Deadpool, Wolverine, or Spider-Man maybe
for certain characters in the scripts.
Yeah, there you go.
And again, Alan Cumming has already said that he has acted. He's done full scenes.
I don't know why Tobey Maguire would be in Doomsday.
He was acting with props,
I would think he would be in Secret
props,
Wars,
fighting props, because they didn't want him to know who he was fighting against or fighting with as well. So in a new interview with Deadline, he said this: they didn't want to let out this certain character was coming back, so they called them somebody else in the script. It was confusing. So
I've seen like where
said, I think
there's a picture of all of them on a seat, or the back of a seat.
More than one character. I think it's more than true for that
artwork.
But just for him,
and he looks really good.
He's saying, "Oh, in the scene,
it looks comic character,
and Marvel didn't want
like Mystique as well, and Cyclops.
Back. So this probably happened multiple times, right? So I'm imagining a few characters in my mind, which I'm sure some of you are thinking about as well. We cannot confirm who this is. Obviously, the only people who could confirm it is Marvel, but I do think I might have a little bit of a clue as to who this could be. Now, a lot of people I've seen thrown out the name Spider-Man, and that makes sense because he's not confirmed to be returning in this movie. Now, I'm specifically talking about Tom Holland's Spider-Man. They've been really careful with this because Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out. And as far as we know, he's not in the film, but reshoots are happening right now. And perhaps we don't know he's in the film because they've been doing such a great job at hiding that fact. Because it's confirmed now. Marvel's going to extreme measures to avoid any types of spoilers, even kind of tricking the actors, not tricking them in a bad way, not ill-intentioned, but in a good way. So Spider-Man could very well be in the movie. That's who he might be talking about. The Hulk is another option. And again, the Hulk is in Spider-Man Brand New Day. An Iron Man variant is something I've heard thrown around. But I think that based on a previous leak, this might be who it actually is.
Maybe
Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. Not talking about a masked Wanda or a masked Scarlet Witch that is following Doctor Doom, although I do think we get that as well. But I'm talking actually about a different variant of Wanda. One who could actually be native to the X-Men universe, because that is actually a report that we've heard. There is going to be a version of Wanda in Avengers Doomsday, but she's going to be a variant from the X-Men universe. And I'm really hoping that they go the story route that her and Pietro, Quicksilver, are the children of Magneto. I think that would be so freaking cool. And that would set up a lot for the future of the MCU, since obviously we're going into Battle World and then a new universe after or during Avengers Secret Wars. So I think with all the kind of hush-hush that's been around Wanda recently from Marvel Studios and Elizabeth Olsen as well, saying I'd love to return is what she's stated, but nothing official from Marvel about her returning at all. I think maybe we could be looking at Wanda here because she would be from the X-Men universe, and that's where Nightcrawler is from, played by Alan. So I think, I just kind of feel like it could be Wanda, But it could be Spider-Man, the Hulk, Iron. It could be anybody. So go ahead and let me know who
It could be Wanda.
that it could be in
But
the comments down
Avenger?
below. Now, moving on, like I mentioned, there were secret code names for people. For example, My Time to Shine Hello said that there were multiple characters from Tobey's world and the X-Men world in a particular scene. Tobey's code name on the set was Venom. So
What?
if we happen to have heard any reports
Venom?
about Venom appearing in Avengers Doomsday, it could have actually been what they actually thought was Venom, could have actually been Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, which I think at this point in time we all know he's going to be in the movie. Now, here's the really interesting part, though. Ebon Moss-Bachrach, who plays the Thing in the Fantastic Four First Steps and upcoming in Avengers Doomsday, says that he read the script at first, of course. Obviously, he would read the script, but he didn't read a full script, which is very interesting. This is what he said in a recent interview.
Hiding scripts.
I did read a full script, but those scripts changed quite a bit. It probably didn't have a full third act. I don't think it had an ending. I don't think anyone gets to see that stuff. So that last line is kind of key there, but we'll return to that in just a bit.
They just get the
first
words
part,
and not
we've
even
actually
the
heard
story
a lot of reports about this before in the past. I believe it was
They
Daniel
just get the
RBK
words.
who originally reported
And they blank out the names
they
like
started
they did
filming
in,
without a full script.
Endgame.
Now, here's the deal, though. That may be what people on set thought. For example, Ebon Moss-Bachrach even says that. I don't think it
because
had
of
an ending.
Endgame.
But then he said,
Robert Downey Jr. in
gets
an
to see
interview
that
said
stuff.
that he
And
did
that's
fake
really
scripts
the key there.
to people.
I'm sure Avengers Doomsday had an ending. It might have been a general idea for an ending, or just, the ending was done. They just had to iron out the details. It has an ending right now currently, and it had an ending back then. It could have changed a bit. Sure. We already know the Russo brothers, they go with the flow, and if some idea pops up that is better than what they have, they will change it. And they did that for Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. They confirmed that. And they changed scenes out like just a couple of months before the movie actually premiered. So they do that up until the movie is released, and I think that's a good thing to do.
Maybe in the ending credit to lead to Secret Wars could be Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man. But if there was two ending credits, I'd like the first ending credit to be Deadpool and Wolverine entering, and then they maybe do a portal, and then it brings the two Spider-Man together. And then in the second ending credit would bring Wanda, maybe, or I don't know, sort of Kang maybe, I don't know, but we just need that first trailer, and then stuff will be sorted, and we'll see what's going on with the universe. But yeah, that's all. Let's get it.